2 years after planting chives, I have beautiful onion chive flowers from a single chive plant. Hi everyone, it's Rain here from Rain's Kitchen and Garden. I'm going to share with you what I did over the last 2 years to make this plant so big, beautiful, healthy, full of blossoms with hundreds of seeds to harvest. But first, I'm going to show you this. I found a little chive plant in my mint bed 2 years ago. I'd planted garlic chives the year before, but they never grew. At first, I wasn't sure what plant this was. Maybe they were wild chives. I wasn't sure. So I transplanted the plant into my onion bed that October and left it alone all winter. The next spring, it got a little bigger and started to bud. I knew they weren't garlic chives because the buds were purple, and garlic chive flowers are white. Onion chive, also known as common chives, have purple flowers. This plant actually produced 6 flowers that year. Little did I know it would produce more than 10 times that amount just 1 year later. So here we are, exactly 2 years since I found the little plant, and we have well over 70 flower blossoms so far. Chive flowers are great pollinator attractors for bees and for butterflies. Growing chives or growing any herbs here in my 5B zone in Atlantic Canada has been very challenging, especially growing them from seed. The weather has not always cooperated. My gardening efforts have been a little disappointing over the years, but honestly, growing these chives has been so easy. How to grow chives so you can have a great chive harvest? Well, the trick is to leave them alone. I left this plant alone for the last 2 years without harvesting any of the chives, and look at how healthy and beautiful and big it is. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips on growing chives in your garden. The soil is a mix of topsoil and compost, and I used a root stabilizing fertilizer a few times last summer, maybe once a month all summer. Check out my video on plant fertilizers. I'll have that in the cards above and in the description below. I honestly did nothing more than water this raised bed during the summertime when it got really hot and dry. I didn't even cover it over the winter. I gave it fertilizer once in a while, but other than that, I kind of left it alone. I'm going to wait another year before I decide to split the plant up into smaller plants and plant them all in this raised bed and eventually harvest them. The most exciting part is that I will have hundreds of seeds, and I can plant these seeds for more chive flowers. I am going to be at a level of self-sufficiency when it comes to chives. I'm not going to have to spend 1 more cent on chives anymore. I'm really excited about that. And what I can do at the end of the summer is I can harvest them, stick them in the dehydrator, and I'll have chives all winter. If you love chives like I do, please subscribe to my channel so you can follow my chive journey. I'm going to show you how to save the seeds, how to harvest the chives, and how to dehydrate the chives. And I'll also share some wonderful recipes that you can use with chives. Thank you so much for being here, my friends, and I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bye!